Imagine this. You've heard all the hype about creatine, how it's supposed to be this amazing supplement for maximizing muscle gains and strength. You finally decide to give it a try, excited to see what all the fuss is about. But then weeks go by and nothing. You don't see any noticeable difference in your body, your lifts aren't going up, and you're left wondering if you've somehow gotten a bad batch. But before you ditch the creatine altogether, consider this. Could you be using it the wrong way? Creatine has been extensively studied, and its positive effects on muscular strength, size, and body composition are well documented. However, just like with any other supplement or training protocol, simply taking creatine won't automatically lead to optimal results. Certain things, apart from the obvious not drinking enough water, may be the very reason your creatine supplementation isn't working as it should be. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the common mistakes people make when taking creatine and, more importantly, how you can avoid them to maximize your gains. Let's get straight into it. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to Body Fit Flicks for more on health through natural remedies and body exercises. One common mistake I see people make is switching between different forms of creatine like they're trying to catch Pokemon. Look, there's creatine monohydrate, creatine HCl, creatine ethyl ester. The list goes on. While there might be slight differences in absorption rates, the key takeaway is this. Pick one form of creatine and stick with it consistently. Jumping between different forms often leads to inconsistent dosing and can make it difficult to track your progress. Remember, consistency and proper dosages are key when it comes to maximizing creatine's benefits. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start with brick, then switch to wood, then back to brick again. You need a solid foundation, and that starts with choosing one type of creatine and sticking with it. Don't get caught up in the marketing hype surrounding fancy forms of creatine. Creatine monohydrate is the most researched and proven form, and it's usually the most cost-effective option as well. Focus on consistency and proper dosing, and you'll be well on your way to reaping the full benefits of creatine supplementation. Here's another crucial point. The type of training you do plays a significant role in how effective creatine supplementation will be for you. Creatine works by increasing phosphocreatine stores in your muscles, which is a primary energy source for short-duration, high-intensity activities like weightlifting and sprinting. If your training primarily consists of long-distance running, cycling, or other forms of endurance training, you're not going to see the same significant benefits from creatine supplementation. It's like trying to fuel a diesel engine with gasoline. It's just not going to work as efficiently. Creatine excels in those explosive, powerful movements where you're pushing your muscles to their limits for a short period. Think of it as a turbocharger for your weightlifting sessions. It's going to help you squeeze out those extra reps, lift heavier weights, and ultimately stimulate more muscle growth. So, if you're looking to maximize the benefits of creatine, make sure your training aligns with its strengths. Focus on resistance training, incorporating compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. And if you enjoy cardio, opt for high-intensity interval training, HIIT, instead of long, steady-state cardio sessions. This way, you'll be utilizing creatine in a way that complements your training style and maximizes its effectiveness. Now, let's talk about expectations. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is going into creatine supplementation with unrealistic expectations, thinking it's going to be some sort of magic pill that instantly transforms their physique. While creatine can undoubtedly enhance your performance and results, it's essential to understand that it's not a miracle worker. It takes time for creatine stores to build up in your muscle cells, and the effects are gradual, not instantaneous. Think of it like filling up a bucket, one drop at a time. Each workout, each serving of creatine adds a little more to your muscle stores until they're fully saturated. Instead of expecting overnight transformations, focus on consistency and patience. Track your progress, both in terms of your training performance and how you feel. You might notice that you're able to squeeze out an extra rep or two on your lifts, or that you're recovering faster between sets. These small, incremental improvements add up over time, leading to significant gains in muscle mass and strength. Remember, creatine is a tool, and like any tool, it needs to be used correctly and consistently to achieve the desired results. So, be patient, trust the process, and let creatine work its magic over time. Chapter 4. Mistake number 4. You only take creatine pre-workout. Taking creatine pre-workout is common, but it might not be enough. Consistent daily intake is more effective in maximizing creatine stores. Think of it like watering a plant. Small daily doses are better. Consider a loading phase, 20 grams per day split into 4 doses. After that, switch to a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams daily. This ensures a constant supply, maximizing effectiveness and supporting your goals. Chapter 5. Mistake number 5. You're not drinking enough water. This one might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook the importance of proper hydration when supplementing with creatine. Creatine draws water into your muscle cells, which is partly why it can lead to an increase in muscle size and fullness. However, if you're not adequately hydrated, this process can backfire, leading to dehydration and hindering creatine's effectiveness. Think of it like a sponge. A dry sponge can't absorb much water, but a wet sponge can soak up a significant amount. Your muscles are like that sponge, and water is essential for them to function optimally and utilize creatine effectively. Aim to drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water per day, especially when supplementing with creatine. Carry a water bottle with you throughout the day, and make a conscious effort to sip on water regularly. You might also want to consider incorporating electrolyte-rich beverages, such as coconut water or sports drinks, to replenish electrolytes lost through sweat, especially during intense workouts. Remember, staying properly hydrated is crucial for overall health performance and maximizing the benefits of creatine supplementation. Chapter 6. Mistake number 6. You're drinking too much caffeine. Now, this one might surprise you. While caffeine itself isn't inherently bad and can even enhance athletic performance, consuming excessive amounts of caffeine, especially close to your creatine intake, might be counterproductive. Some studies suggest that high doses of caffeine can interfere with creatine absorption, potentially reducing its effectiveness. Think of it like two people trying to get through a doorway at the same time. They might bump into each other and slow each other down. Similarly, caffeine and creatine might compete for absorption in your gut, potentially hindering the uptake of both. This doesn't mean you have to give up your pre-workout coffee or tea altogether, but it's essential to be mindful of your caffeine intake, especially around your creatine timing. If you're a regular caffeine consumer, consider spacing out your caffeine and creatine intake by a few hours. For example, if you prefer taking creatine in the morning, enjoy your coffee or tea a bit later in the day. This way, you allow your body sufficient time to absorb both compounds effectively, maximizing their potential benefits. Remember, it's all about finding a balance that works best for your body and preferences. So, you've made it to the end of the video, which means you're serious about maximizing your creatine intake and ultimately your gains. Now let me quickly address some frequently asked questions about creatine supplementation that often pop up. First off, can you mix creatine with protein? Absolutely. In fact, they work synergistically and there are no adverse interactions to be concerned about. Second, will creatine impact my kidneys, blood sugar or muscle mass negatively? Creatine is one of the most extensively researched sports supplements on the market and is generally considered safe for healthy individuals. However, if you have any pre-existing medical conditions, it's always wise to consult your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen. Finally, do you absolutely need to take creatine? Not necessarily. Creatine is naturally found in various foods, particularly red meat. However, supplementation can be a convenient and effective way to ensure you're reaching optimal levels for maximizing performance and results. Remember, Creatine is a powerful tool when used correctly, but avoiding these mistakes is just one piece of the muscle-building puzzle. Another crucial aspect is optimizing your testosterone levels. If you're interested in learning how to naturally increase your T levels, be sure to check out my next video. And don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to Body Fit Flicks for more on health through natural remedies and body exercises. I'll see you there.